Hello, TASTEE gunfighters. I'm Rogdor, a French player. I will start a series of match reviews to illustrate my guide on strategy. You can find it on the Steam Community Hub, sorry. And I suggest you read it first before you watch this video. So for this first match review, I have selected one of my match, which is against Toffer 8, and I will so find it in my profile history. This was a match during the first round of the last asynchronous match tournament. So the match was on the map Coliseum, and so first point of the strategic element that I present in my guide is that you should try to get information on your opponent. It means that you will have to look on the profile to try to gather some information about your opponent's gameplay. So you can find it by the search tool on the TASTEE game, but you have to type it exactly as it is identified. So Toffer 8. So what do we find here? So there are a lot of stats. So first, maybe you can evaluate the experience of the player. So he plays quite a lot of parties, a lot of games, and you can find them also in the history. You can see that he has played against a lot of players, but many games with against the same player, and so you can say that he has played quite a lot of match, but we will say in details what was the quality of this match. He has an average win-lose ratio, which means roughly 50%. But what is most important is to find what are the characters, what are the mercs he is playing. So you go to the several page down. Here, where you can find what are the usual pick for his games. So you see he has played 36 matches, and a lot of them he plays with the same mercs. You can see that he plays with Augustus, with Hoser quite a lot, Denton, Zeke and Bodark. Actually, you can imagine that he's playing a lot with gunmen and shotgunners, and you will see that in his match reviews that indeed he usually plays with 2 or 3 gunmen and maybe 2 shotgunners. He doesn't play a lot with snipers, very few with Seraphine, Hyde, RS a little, but it's not the major gameplay. And what is remarkably to notice is that he doesn't play with Hindenburg, which I believe is quite a mistake, because Hindenburg is maybe the most powerful mech in the game, and it should be picked more than 90% of the time. So no bombers actually in his game. Hindenburg, no Judson, and a little of Baron, but I believe it's really a mistake to not to pick Hindenburg. So what is interesting, it's sometimes in this game he can play 3 gunmen, which is quite a lot in teams of 4 or 5 team of 4 or 5 mercs. And I will not start his match reviews, but when analyzing his match, you can see that he doesn't use the Zek skills almost at all. He uses it as a gunman, but he loves to play gunsman, but he does not use Zeke skills. Maybe we can understand that he does not use his skill because it's a strategic not to use it always, because you know that you are discovered. Zeke is discovered when he's lashing his sonar bomb. But here it's more that his gameplay is based on gunmen and shotgunners. And so when I start his match against him, I have in mind this kind of gameplay, and it was comforted when I saw his match. He plays a lot with gunmen and shotgunners. So this is the first point of analysis. So I pick up this match against Tofferate because it's quite simple and short, but it's essential to present you the fundamentals of a strategy, and especially what you can happens before even launching the game. So first I had this type of gameplay in mind, which will help me to find better probability what could be his team composition during the first few rounds. So let's start it, and we will see the match, and I will explain it every round. So the match was a random deployment. So on my side, I have also a team to prepare. So my strategic approach was that a random deployment can lead to isolated and split mercs. You have, of course, the deployments on side A, which have each team really on the same position at each side of the map. But this is really particular, and you have 4 kind of deployments for each map actually. But the 3 others are rather split team. Either it's on B side, which is this type. You have the mercs here and here. On C side, you have also mercs in this third place here in the middle. And the last one is the A split, which is actually it's a mix where your neighbors are from the opponent's team. So for these 3 last deployments, you are likely to have, I would say, short, middle to short range skirmishes, which lead me to this team composition without sniper. Actually, it was only a team of 4 mercs, so you have to pick it carefully. And the choice not to use a sniper was mainly because it was a random deployment, and the sniper, I guess the sniper is useful on the side A, but it's not so useful for the 3 others. So actually, when I saw this B deployment, I was quite happy because I can have avoided the sniper pick. As you see, Zeke has indeed picked his 3 gunmen and Augustus, and but I did not know at the start, of course. But you see that it's the same, similar to his traditional gameplay. And what is also special to this deployment, it's the spawn. So when you see first you launch the match and you see first the spawning spots, you have to first analyze the map. So here it's not really surprise because it's not a random items generation, so it's a standard map. So because it's the standard map, you may know the crates and the elements of the maps. You can have trained it during the training sessions, and I recommend that you train on each map, on each standard map in the training sessions. So considering the spawns, the particularity is that he has 3 mercs here and only 1 here, while I'll have two teams of 2 on both sides. So the first, when you see you start the match, because it's random deployment, you cannot really establish a preliminary strategy, but you have to do it at the start of the match when you have the map elements and the spawning spots. So as I already explained in some comments, there is because of this spawn, there is a power, the skirmishes are not really balanced. It's either here a 2v1 or here it's a 3v2. So the first strategic element decision for me was to focus on this merc in 2v1 and to avoid the 3v2. So let's see what happens in the first round. I will slow down a little. So you see that I started to break this door just to have the opportunity to throw my bomb here, and on the south side I put my mercs in the middle area. So here, as I explained, I pushed my mercs to be aggressive on this side, breaking the door, having visibility, and enabling to throw a bomb inside. On this side, I moved my mercs in the middle, but to avoid any intrusion on this side, which I believe maybe I will not be comfortable. In particular, if the shotgunner was around here, I didn't have my bomber here to possibly counter pressure. So as my bomber also was here, I had no really possibilities to put a bomb here in the middle to block any aggressive incursions. So here we in the end of first round, start of second round. So what are my positions? Here I moved Bodark here. We'll see later if I can. Yes, here it's a better view. So you see that at end of first round, I have quite a strategic position to control, to have visibility on this south area, but still have a long range visibility for this any merc crossing, if his strategy was to merge his merc to the other side. So I would have seen it crossing this line of sight. On the other side, it's quite the same. So here you see that my visibility with the two gunmen is quite good, and you both are having visibility on the sides and full visibility on the middle. Of course, there is a certain risk because of the range, because you see, for instance, that here you cannot focus in the long range, so there was a slight risk of any sniper getting in that position. But actually, from the starting in round 1, the sniper would not have time to kill me anyway, also from this side. So because of the run and the time to focus for sniper, it was not risky. So as a second main element of my strategy was, of course, is to gain the maximum visibility of any merc, any opposing merc which would cross to the other side. So at the end of first round, I knew, I would say, this merc was still around here, behind in the building, or possibly hidden in this area. So if you see back to the where I dropped the bomb, so it's a free fire to open the door, and immediately just after, my bomb is launched up here. So I put it here to counter any gunman or whatever, because I know you remember that his preferred pick was gunman, so it's obvious that there was gunman in his team. So I wanted to kill his possible gunman here at the entrance of this area. So I didn't see anything. So his merc was still somewhere here or somewhere here. Because I didn't see here anything, it's likely that it was not a gunman, but probably a shotgunner. And in particular, because of the remaining areas, it could be really Augustus, because here this position can be a good position for Augustus to sneak with his pulse what can be behind the door, or it can also be here for the same reason, to catch any of my merc positioning here. So at the end of first round, I had rather imagined that this merc was a shotgunner trying to fill the gap at close range, or because it could be Augustus to have a sneaking position. So at second round, let's see here. So I tried to concentrate on the short range here, and I still put my bomb here, because I was not. It was more a bomb to be sure that his merc was not staying and waiting in ambush somewhere in this position. So I didn't eliminate the possibility that it was a sniper. So it could have been a sniper position here, which would have a good sniper position to have a line of sight here in the middle. You see that at end of first round, Bodark was quite seeing what could be here, but there was here a hole in my sight. So I wanted to eliminate this possibility that a sniper or gunman was positioned here behind the pillar, to waiting for defensively, actually, to wait for my crossing. So I wanted to eliminate this possibility, and to eliminate also the possibility of a shotgunner here, I dropped I dropped my flash bomb. Actually, which would have also flash any merc here. So in the strategic order, in round 2, first I want to be sure no one was around, and if any merc, any shotgunner was here, I will take care on the next round. I will try to find him on the third round. In second round, you see that I still didn't see any merc crossing, so the merc was still around here. So maybe still possibly hidden here or still inside here. So second round on this side was mainly to be sure to eliminate some areas. On the third round, I actually had an alternative. Let's see what's happened on the second round in the south. So I maintained my gunman Bodark here, also to keep my visibility. So I had a good position to gain visibility. I didn't see anyone, not this one, and none gunmen here. The strategy for my Augustus was to close the gap, go to this position and try to find who could be hidden under cover here. So at the end of second round, and also you see that my run here in the middle was covered by Bodark. I could run quite safely even if a sniper was ambushed here. It would not have time to kill me. So for Augustus, I reached my position and then I started to activate the sonar. So why didn't I activate the sonar before is because I explained in some comments is that I want the sonar to reach its maximum range from this position, because when you start in a passive way while you are running, the pulse are delayed. So when you run, the pulse are growing behind you, which is not useful. You are quite sure you will not discover something in this area. So that's why I started only my skill on this position. It's to have the possibility that the pulse here, the final growth, is reaching position behind this cover. You see here, if I start with my sonar before, I will not see to this limit. So I believe this is the last one, and so this is really a good position to reach what I wanted to, the information I wanted to get. So in the second round, I had these two gunmen in my vision. So actually you see that it can go further. So what is the situation at the end of round 2? Here, stop. So end of round 2, I have visibility for them, and I know my the last one is somewhere here or somewhere here. Actually, I give up to kill him, to kill this merc in this round. I wanted to get the opportunity to kill these two gunmen by bombing over the wall. So So I still didn't see also, you see I have still the vision with Denton, but the third merc didn't cross here. Of course there is always the possibility that Hyde was a pick, but I know it's a very low probability from Toffer 8 because of the preliminary analysis of this profile. And anyway, I still have 2 gunmen to eliminate here with my bomb. So probably the third one could be also a gunman or a shotgunner. But if it was a shotgunner, maybe I would have discovered him maybe closer to this position. And I was likely more sure, because I eliminate also this possibility in this area, I was also quite sure that there was a shotgun here. I didn't believe it was here actually, but because Augustus would have been more useful in this area. So if the shotgunner is here, probably the third one in this area is not a shotgunner. It can be a shotgunner, but probably more the third gunman, as he usually play. So my decision in round 3 was rather to use my bomb in this area rather than to be aggressive and finish the kill in this area. To finish with round 2 analysis, I would like to show you that the merc synchronization is important. You can see that, so at beginning of round 2, my position for Bodark was here with a good visibility angle, but then I wanted to have a better vision and cover inside this area, because to catch someone, because of my advantage of cover, I wanted possibly to catch someone in 1v1. So I moved my Bodark back here, and so my vision for here was removed. But because of Augustus' run, I still have this vision through this run. So you see that when I lose the vision from Bodark, it's because I cover this vision with Augustus' run. During his run, he can catch also anyone crossing till the final position. So if at start of second round, when the merc was still here and decided to cross in the second round, I would have seen it for half of the round. So then he didn't do it for 1 round and a half. So I guess his intention is not to cross. Another thing to watch is the repositioning of Hindenburg in this round. So you see that after launching my bomb, I try to move, not stay in this area, but try to reposition in the middle, to still have the opportunity to bomb on this side, but also to close the gap and bomb, have the capability to bomb in this area. So after I launch this bomb, I reposition to the center of the map. So here I'm really in the center of the map, and actually I have a position here to bomb anywhere. Here. So it's really the center of the map. It's a strategic position also for bombing. So now let's continue with round 3. So in round 3, so I choose indeed to use my bomb in the south here to eliminate these guys, but I needed to also to control the possibility of a shotgunner here. So for Denton, I'm still using the flashbang defensively. For Hindenburg, so my plan was to use this barrel to drop over the wall. So actually the position is this one, and you will see that the bomb will drop here. What is interesting also is indeed that the bomb is blasting in mid-air. So if the bomb was blasting behind the cover, it will not catch what is in front of here. So because here it's blasting in mid-air, it can reach all the red areas here and not blocked by the bunker. So it's maximum efficiency. It's actually a bit luck because it's quite hard to synchronize that. But while testing during preparation, I found this possibility. It can be hard to find it on purpose, so it's part of the luck, but it's a really good opportunity. And so what happens, you know what happens, all three mercs were dead. So also what is important is that the bomb is exploding at the end of the round, not to let anyone escape at the start of the next round. So this is finished for the south. What happens on the other side? So you see that Augustus is will run on the other side. Actually, once I have discovered these guys, I know they are here. I don't plan to break this door and kick the door and kill the guys with my shotgunner. I am quite confident the bomb will do the job. So it's not interesting to keep Augustus in this area. On the contrary, I wanted to know if the guys was not inside the building, because remember that I thought could be here, somewhere hidden here, or inside the building. So in round 3, I moved my Augustus to have vision inside the building. Remember that also I use my flashbang in this area because if it's here, I need to cover my Augustus run, and I wanted my Augustus to be as close as possible to the wall here to reach any position which can be quite far here. So I needed to cover this run in case the shotgunner was waiting for me in that angle. So that's why I launch the flashbang here to secure the positioning of Augustus. The flashbang does not last for 5 seconds, but it will have lasted enough to make him blind. And at final run, my final run, I try to take position before the blind can be finished. So here, as you see, when I finish my run, I checked this area because of flashbang and because of Denton, I still don't have this vision. So by this final sight, I can have the vision here. And actually, because the blind would have lost quite enough time, I would have started focusing the merc before he can focus me. So I will have won the 1v1 here. So synchronization here is also essential, because if I start to watch after and turn, because of the turn action, turn penalty, I would have start after the blind finish. Actually, he would have killed me. So I needed to start focusing before him, because it's a steady position with a steady angle, and he would have had less penalties to shot me. So it was important also that I start focusing him before the blind is finished. And you see that here the pulse is reaching quite far to interesting covering position, so behind the walls here and behind this cover. So end of round 3, the job is finished here. Only one merc is remaining. I know it's Augustus because it's identified. So now the final round is just a tactical move to finish this guy for the one. So I will not break the door here with my shotgun or gunman. I will again use the bomb to drop it inside. So then I have to avoid he can escape the bomb. So he can escape by this side or escape in the back. So to cover and check in the back, I have Bodark, who will see any escape. And the two other mercs, Augustus and Denton, will work on this side where the bomb cannot cover. So let's see where I drop the bomb. So you see positioning with my Bodark. Also it's I improve my positioning to be able to reset the merc if he's crossing here. So if it's crossing this line of sight, Bodark is resetting it, and it's then the other mercs can do the work. And also try to put my Bodark closer, just to be able to focus him at to remove this spare range where I cannot shot. So you see Bodark is closing the gap to eliminate this part of this range where I cannot shot. The bombing position, so is this one. I will use the same barrels here. Go on again. So what does it drop? So it drops here. So any position here would be a kill. I need to possibly kill him behind here, and it's the role of the two other guys. First, you see a flashbang, which is complementary to the Hindenburg bomb. So if it's not killed by the bomb, he is getting the flash. So even if he managed to escape by this side, it will be blind. He will be blind. So and then it's a free kill. And the only possible escape would be to avoid the fight and get out by here. But I would have seen him, and possibly it would have been a next round, another chase. So basically here there is almost no chance for him to escape, stay here or escape by this side. He can only chase, but then it's for the one converging to another position. So it's probably the end of the match. His choice was to break the door, but you see that I would have catch also if he would have crossed, so I would have won the fight also if he was crossing by this door, because Augustus would have killed him while he was going by this side. So no escape and end of the match. That's it. So to finish with this match, so you see that what is important is to have a good vision, especially when you want to be sure that the merc is in particular areas. It helps to elaborate tactics with this information where the merc is in particular areas, and you need also good synchronization between your mercs. And also what is important is that you see with Hindenburg in particular that you have to terminate your round with actions which will help to reposition for the next round. So it's the important thing is to think around ahead. You have to know when you have finished your actions in a round, you have to know what you want to prepare in the next round. And in particular for bomber, it's important to reposition to another position, because you know that bomber can only fire one bomb in a round, and when he fires the bomb, he gets discovered. So it's also important that your enemy does not really know where is your bomber, because it can be quite an easy kill anyway, otherwise. And so it's important to also to think around ahead and finish your actions to what you're going to prepare in the next round. And to think around ahead, you need to elaborate a strategy, and the strategy is to think what your mercs will have to perform in the 2 rounds or 3 rounds. So I hope this first video will help to understand my strategy guides. I will hopefully try to review some more complex match, but I guess this is a good start. So thank you all, and see you. Bye bye.